check. Leo's number. Yeah. Last call. Thank you for clicking on. Thank you for checking me out. This is just Last Call Reacts, just a quick little video that that I put out there for some things going on, in the tubosphere. Although there's a lot going on, right? like shit. I do a live tonight. Normally I try to drop a video once a week, about 10, 15 minutes, just about things going on. And this is actually that, although it's a little late, it's going out before my live later on tonight at 9 p.m. also. But this is just, let me just get to it and get it over with for, why I have the title. I know the title says Whack MCs. And I know people are just going to start dropping in the comments like, if you think blah, 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 you could think this about Lil Wayne, but it's still, I get it. It's just a title. Trust me, I'm not that passionate about that at all. This other Yachty dude, I mean, it's all perspective, I suppose. I'm an old school dude, so that's what I appreciate more of that hip hop. So anyway, get it into that. Really what I'm talking about are the lyrics, the condemned lyrics that have been, and I'm going to go through a couple articles, but of course you got to remind yourself of what this reminds you of also when Lil Wayne, who although kind of considered in this category, that's one thing I got to address in my life, this YN thing. I don't think I agree with people being described as Y and but whatever, I'll get more into that. It's distancing and in part degrading, so I don't know if you want to inflict all of those things on just like a name that is really short and reduced and never really is used for anything good. It's like a throwaway group. But anyway, I digress. I was supposed to say some of that at the beginning, but anyway, back to this. So why this whole thing is starting to get attention in the news, and I thought about it a little bit when I was looking up the articles and things, if I was going to repeat the lyrics and all that, but I'm sure people know, if you clicked on this, about the lyrics and what they were to begin with already, so I don't bore you with every word for word thing if you don't know. So, oh, nice. Okay, this better stay there. Okay, so Steven Jackson apparently confronted Lil Yachty before, when they were on good terms, for mentioning the George Floyd lyric. All right. And I'm not going to repeat the lyric. It's in reference to, of course, being degrading in a certain with George Floyd. Very degrading, nevertheless. And Steven Jackson, a person I'm not even a fan of like that. I just don't like that perpetual trying to be old. You're established, stick to your hood roots persona. Long, ready to fight at a drop of a dime with Becky with the good hair. Like, I just don't get the allegiance to this sort of behavior as you get older. But that's just me. So, anyway, I do have to applaud him for an effort and calling out BS when it is BS, and this BS is calling out Yachty on dropping these lyrics, and the way that he did it. Also, I guess you could say is getting a little bit of praise for how aggressive it was. All right, I'm just kind of in the background still reading here as well. Also, I mean, he says a lot of things. I'm just trying to find. I took the post down, and Yachty. What happens is all these apologies, right? But they're very simple and generic apologies. First, who with these guys, nobody around them is like, this is a bad idea. All right, and now I want to jump over to it, the parallel, the one where Lil Wayne, who was mentioned in Nappy Yankees Live the other night, about what his thoughts are on, and I'm quote unquoting, a post-racial society also. So Little Wayne there, as you see in the background, still family, sort of in the same manner as Lil Yachty did with George Floyd, and just that level. Who are we doing that for? You could never do that. You wouldn't do that with any Holocaust type stuff or other races. It's just such a soft target. It's weak. It's low hanging fruit, in my opinion. Right. So he did this, talking about Lil Wayne, and he also did, and I'll do a quote unquote apology to the Till estate. And it specifically states he did that without using the words sorry or uh the word actual apology. It says there. So somehow he, again, quote unquote, apologized without doing that. And again, I go back to Nappy Yankee. Go back and watch his last live. It's very entertaining. It goes over what's her name, Amanda Seal, and other topics too. But he really gets into it. I'm even thinking when I do my live, I'm just gonna I'm just gonna play his shit, and he because I'm not gonna do better than that. So we'll see how that goes. But the larger question for this, when and if we discuss this a little bit more, is like, why don't people see where the line is? How come that went all the way through to be published? And not even to be published. I believe Yachty was more in control of his release than probably Lil Wayne was. Probably had to go through more stuff because it was known that Lil Yachty released it there. But what are we doing at a time like this? Like, you got to learn that. Where do you learn that? Where do you learn that? Comments. Most people will just go and say, yeah, your parents got to instill those values, but shouldn't you know that should some of it is common sense, the way that it just should be? Anyway, man, what you think about these. What should be done? Who allows it to go that far? When should that stop? We know what you think about the term "y ends." Do we got to just put that away? Stop doing that. And this is the one time again I will give kudos to Steven Jackson for calling this stuff out, uh, and addressing it. I guess he's the one getting attention for confronting it and not allowing it to happen too. So you got to give respect when it's due, even though I don't really dig what they do. All right, way to use your platform, and good for the check. Good for checking. All right, let me know what you think about it in the comments. Do me a favor, man. Like, share, subscribe. Let me know what you think. Thank you for checking me out. Check out the live. Check out anything else I got going on over there. And yeah, man, appreciate you coming through. Peace.